5 reasons why Roman Reigns returned at WWE Summerslam 2020 to destroy Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. WWE Summerslam 2020 would end with Roman Reigns standing tall, following Braun Strowman vs Bray Wyatt. Roman Reigns has a new attitude, and both Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman felt the brunt at WWE SummerSlam 2020. So friends, it's the second video of today by me. I am doing it very quick and working very hard. Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt battled across the arena at WWE SummerSlam 2020, and unfortunately, the monster among men could not defend his championship against the unearthly supernatural presence of Bray Wyatt. And then, lo and behold, Roman Reigns would show up out of nowhere, wreck everyone, Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, and well, leave. Well, Roman Reigns missed his big match against Goldberg at WrestleMania and had to be replaced by Braun Strowman, who managed to defeat the WCW icon. Roman Reigns, the character, obviously had a lot on his mind as he made his presence felt in a dominant way at WWE SummerSlam 2020. Be sure to leave a comment and tell us your thoughts about the return of Roman Reigns after the Universal Championship match, and if indeed you think it's a wise move for him to return at WWE SummerSlam 2020, considering all of his health problems. Let's jump into the reasons now. Number 5. Roman Reigns equals ratings. Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt may not necessarily do so. It is no secret that the ratings for SmackDown and Raw, especially the latter, haven't been the strongest over the summer months. It's just that SmackDown has been without a protagonist over the last few months, and even though Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt have told a great story, neither of them is really Roman Reigns, the quintessential hero. As great as a feud between the Joker and the Riddler would be, you need a caped crusader for it to all come together. There is no guarantee that the return of Roman Reigns will bring about big ratings either, but it's a step in the right direction for sure. If nothing else, it will freshen up Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, who seem to have feuded forever at this point in time. Number 4. Roman Reigns got his new catchphrase over at WWE SummerSlam 2020. If you noticed a shirt that Roman Reigns was wearing at WWE SummerSlam 2020, it said "Wreck everyone and leave." The version of Roman Reigns that showed up at WWE SummerSlam 2020 is the one that fans have wanted for the longest time. A monster among men, to borrow a catchphrase, who just plows through his opponents with the utmost ease. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the video, a sub would be massively appreciated. I will give you all the SummerSlam news today. Working on a lot of videos for today and working very hard. Number 3. The only part of WWE SummerSlam 2020 that we didn't see coming was Roman Reigns. Whether or not one wants to admit it, one of the things that gives every member of the WWE Universe great pleasure is the act of taking potshots and digs at Vince McMahon and his booking decisions. And so, a whole bunch of them were piling on the WWE SummerSlam 2020 for being a good but predictable show until Roman Reigns actually showed up to the dance. Yes, Roman Reigns was what you didn't see coming at WWE SummerSlam 2020, and let's be honest, it was a pretty sweet surprise. Many have dubbed WWE SummerSlam 2020 the best pay-per-view of the year, and part of the reason for this is that fans are not excited to see what happens with Roman Reigns, someone they have missed for months. Yes, Roman Reigns used to be the bane of everyone's existence once upon a time, but ever since he's returned from cancer, he's become the darling of the WWE Universe, and it showed at WWE SummerSlam 2020. Number 2. Roman Reigns has unfinished business with Braun Strowman, and one has to assume that Bray Wyatt has unfinished business with the big dog. Listen, Roman Reigns vs Goldberg was supposed to be the big marquee match at WrestleMania, shortly after Bray Wyatt lost the Universal Championship, but Roman Reigns had to pull out at the last minute when the world went crazy. Braun Strowman would replace Roman Reigns in the match and go on to win the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania in a short and sweet match. Of course, Bray Wyatt would go on to have quite the match of his own against John Cena at WrestleMania, a match that Randy Orton put over in the interview. So now, Bray Wyatt has a bone to pick with Roman Reigns because of their history and also because of his actions at SummerSlam. And Roman Reigns has a grudge against Braun Strowman for taking up his spot and his moments under the spotlight. This should be very interesting indeed. Number 1. Lack of top stars in the Universal Championship picture beyond Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. If you look across the length and breadth of the WWE SmackDown roster, do you see very many stars beyond Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman who could mix it up in the WWE Universal Championship picture? Matt Riddle may rise to the level of Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman someday, and yes, Jeff Hardy could have been a worthy competitor had he not snuggled into the Intercontinental Championship picture with the only other name one can think of, AJ Styles. The arrival of Roman Reigns into the thick of things just shakes everything up quite significantly indeed, and now both Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt will be baying for his blood. The Fiend is going after everyone that he's had an issue with thus far, and Bray Wyatt vs Roman Reigns was a legendary feud. So were the many clashes between Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, which effectively put the monster among men on the map so many years ago. So guys, these were the top 5 reasons that why Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam 2020 and destroyed both Braun Strowman and The Fiend. If you enjoyed the video, please help me out by hitting that subscribe button. I am tired on second video. See you in the next one. Peace out.